Now, your primetime local news leader. Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, the man accused of murdering 34-year-old Tyler Robinson of Augusta was arraigned in Kennebec County Court today.
34-year-old Andrew Redmond appeared in person for his arraignment. Redmond was previously arrested on September 12th in Mississippi after allegedly trying to elude police. According to court documents, Redmond and 3 other men allegedly lured Robinson to 8 Shovelhead Lane in Augusta to beat him up and scare him. They tried to force Robinson out of his vehicle at gunpoint, and when Robinson fled, Redmond allegedly got on his ATV and continued after him, shooting Robinson.
I'm going to go forward then and take your plea. In CR 231620, you are charged by indictment in count 1 with intentional or knowing murder. How do you plead to that charge? The defendant has entered a not guilty plea.
If Redmond is found guilty, he would face a minimum sentence of 25 years and a maximum sentence of life in prison.
Several organizations held a rally at the State House this afternoon calling for a ceasefire to the Israel-Palestine war. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard spoke with rally-goers and organizers of that event to learn more.
On the streets outside of Maine's capital, members from groups such as Mainers United for Palestine, Maine Voices for Palestinian Rights, the Party of Socialism and Liberation, and other organizations gathered to show their support for a ceasefire in Gaza.
We're here to stand in solidarity with the Palestinian people who are being terrorized by Israel, who are enacting a genocide against the Palestinian people.
I'm furious with our government because we know that supporting Israel in this is not in our national interest.
I just want to see an end to the violence, an end to the killing. It's horrifying, and I hope that it stops now.
Humanity, I'm like a human. I can't see the kids being killed. You imagine if that's your son, your nephew.
Attendees say it's not about hatred or anti-Semitism. It's about wanting peace.
These are certainly not anti-Semitic, hateful demonstrations. This is fierce love for humanity that we're talking about.
Don't think it's anti-Semitic, and I don't have any position on how this should be resolved, but I do know that there needs to be an end to the violence.
It's bigger than me and bigger than anyone, so at least I can come here, show my voice, until like this will stop.
According to a recent Reuters poll, 68% of Americans say Israel should call a ceasefire and try to negotiate, showing what they say is a drop in public support for Israel in the conflict. At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
One person was shot and killed Friday at New Hampshire Hospital before a state trooper on duty at the secure psychiatric facility shot and killed the shooter. The call came in just after 3:30 this afternoon, and earlier tonight, New Hampshire State Police updated the public and the media.
3:38 p.m., State Police Dispatch received a call of an active shooter at the New Hampshire State Hospital. Upon entering the lobby, the suspect shot one individual. A state trooper assigned to the hospital and in close proximity immediately engaged, shot, and killed the suspect. The entire incident was contained within the lobby of the hospital. The victim was administered CPR on site and transported to the Concord Hospital. Unfortunately, that individual is now deceased. We are working to notify the family and will release more information at that time. We are working to determine the identity of the shooter. As previously mentioned, one suspicious vehicle on the campus is currently being investigated by the State Police Bomb Squad. Although there will continue to be a law enforcement presence here for several hours as the investigation unfolds, it's important to note that there is no threat to the public and there is no threat to the patients or staff at the hospital.
Well, police say that the scene was contained to the lobby of the psychiatric hospital, and again, all of the patients inside are safe and secure. The hospital will remain open to serve patients. However, visitors are not allowed until further notice.
A Bangor man was arrested following a burglary at a Waldo County laundromat. According to Maine State Police, 41-year-old Kevin Gray of Bangor allegedly stole several $1,000s from a change machine that was ripped off the wall at Depot Village Laundry in Unity. Gray was arrested on an outstanding warrant. He was also charged with theft and criminal mischief.
An organization known for helping the homeless in Bangor has found itself in financial trouble and is now asking for some help to help keep their programs running. Our Matthew Jarancic has the story.
Penobscot Community Healthcare is looking for a partner to help run the operations of the Hope House Emergency Shelter.
It's become very apparent to the organization that this is not a service line that we can continue to operate safely and efficiently.
The organization has been running the shelter for nearly 13 years since taking it over from Acadia Hospital in 2011. Dwyer says the funding to keep this shelter operating has simply not been attainable.
Over the past decade, it's been a multi-million-dollar loss. Over the past three to 5 years, the losses have really accelerated. And so this year we're looking at approximately, over $600,000 loss that we're projecting by year end. Next year, we're looking at about over an $800,000 loss in the shelter.
Dwyer says PCHC is actively talking to potential partners, but says whoever comes on board will need to come prepared.
Partnership and funding are going to have to go hand in hand. It's going to be hard for someone to assume ownership of the shelter and just take on those losses as well. So it's really I would say a two-pronged effort.
The oncoming partner would need to deal with the day-to-day operations of the Hope House. PCHC will continue to operate the Hope House Clinic in the transitional housing on the property. With the need this great, Dwyer says the sooner they can get help, the better. In Bangor, Matthew Jarancic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Hancock County students are continuing a Thanksgiving tradition that dates back decades. Devin Dagnall has that story.
Everyone's going to be carrying something. You're going to go to each of the cars and put them in where they tell you.
Students at the Hancock County Technical Center have been prepping food for the Ellsworth VFW's annual Veterans and Seniors Thanksgiving meal.
Basically all week.
The spread is a real feast with turkey, rolls, potatoes, gravy, pies, and much more to go around. HCTC culinary instructor Camille Frost says the school has been making these meals since 2000, and every year they've made enough to feed over 100 people.
They do a great job at the school here. Every year we bring in all this raw food, and they put together a fantastic meal, and we take it back over to the post, and then the next day we usually serve around 120 people, seniors and veterans.
Even though organizing, cooking, and serving such a large meal is hard work, HCTC students and VFW workers alike agree it's all worth it. Ellsworth VFW's quartermaster, Randy Mosley, says the meal is the perfect way to give back to the community while honoring those who have served their country.
We want to recognize the veterans, number one, and number two, with the seniors, there are so many that don't have much. And if we could give them a nice meal, one time a year, then if it brightens their holiday season for them, then we're all about that.
HCTC student Jasmine Robb says what is most satisfying is knowing all their work is going to a noble cause.
Because I'm glad it's going to a good cause, and I feel like it's going to someone who actually can't do all the Thanksgiving preparation.
The meal will be held at noon on Saturday at the Ellsworth VFW. In Ellsworth, I'm Devin Dagnall for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Bangor Police Department's annual Furry Friends food drive is back for another year to help collect donated pet food and then distribute to older adults in the community. The food drive takes place tomorrow morning at Shaw's Supermarket located at 353 Main Street in Bangor. It runs from 9 a.m. to noon. Bangor PD will be teaming up with Shaw's Supermarkets and the Eastern Area Agency on Aging. They'll be putting their best paws forward in an effort to help older Mainers feed their pets over the cold winter season.
This community is asked to give a lot all the time, and to do this every year and to have the same response that we get every year with people going out of their way because they know the pet food drive is this weekend at Shaw's. And hey, I just came here to do this. Everybody loves pets.
People who donate may also participate in a raffle where you could win a prize for your own furry friend. For more information, you can visit the Bangor Police Department's social media pages. Definitely like to see, the efforts extend, to sort of the fur members of our community, if you will.
Yeah.
There's so many wonderful community outreach endeavors this time of year.
They really
and
are.
I love that folks remember that, pets are an essential part of our families.
Right.
And every now and again, folks need a little help supporting them.
Yeah, and people, especially older Americans who might be on fixed incomes,
Yeah.
can be difficult with all those expenses adding up. Just having one of those taken care of for you can make a big difference.
Yeah, it's a huge relief for sure. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and peek outside and get a first check of our forecast.
Thank you so much, Beth. All right, increasing clouds for today, and that's a sign that something's in the forecast. Well, there is. There's a low problem just around the corner. Our news and Canada are getting into some rain over mainly staying a event, but knocking Getty is going to rain within the next few hours. We don't have in the area, but the coast, gale watches and some small craft advisories have been posted pretty much through the weekend. But like I mentioned, temperatures all over the area, way up in the east. New York's in the 60s, in the 50s earlier today. But big changes are on the way. For tonight, though, we're going to see cooler temperatures, increasing clouds continuing, and more chances of rain back in the forecast. Beth?
Alrighty, Conrad, thanks so much.
And it's come Fox 22 News at 10. New chapter in the city of Belfast. The Colonial Theater officially reopened tonight. Our Doug Banks was there.
And an iconic main business is Bangor. We'll have those stories and more local news when we come right back.
Bell Automotive Protection is #1 underproofing service. We come right to your driveway, protecting your vehicles from harsh winter road brines and chemicals, saving you thousands of dollars later on from expensive and dangerous rust repairs. Call us or find us on Facebook for a free quote, 659-3805.
Football fans, with the Caesars Sportsbook app, you can be in the game all the time. Seeking instant action? Quick Picks offers you the most popular games and markets, already built for you and ready to bet. Experience the thrill when you stack your bets to create a super parlay. Build bets for your favorite teams and players across multiple games. This season, don't just watch the game. Download Caesars Sportsbook and experience the game like never before.
Behind every keepsake, there's a memory. Behind every photo, there's a story. Behind Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, there's people giving back by bringing back what was thought to be lost. The details, the time, and the expertise, all packaged up behind a name that Mainers have trusted for over 30 years. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
My father started a roofing company in the 1970s.
Back when asbestos was still commonly used in Maine.
When George was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew there wasn't a cure yet, but we knew he needed help.
We called Joe Bornstein's office because this family means business.
Their team is handling everything, representing Mainers who were asbestos experts.
I recommend the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
College football is back. So is the noise. Feel what you've missed. College football on Fox.
Bell's Automotive Protection is Maine's #1 mobile undercoating and rust service. Right to your driveway, protecting your vehicle from harsh winter road brines and chemicals, saving you thousands of dollars later on from expensive and dangerous rust repairs. Call us or find us on Facebook for a free quote, 659-3805.
Fox Football Feast is back. Thursday, feet on Packers Lions.
My goodness!
Oregon takes on Oregon.
Touchdown!
And Saturday, it's Ohio State, Michigan. Then catch the NFL on Fox on Sunday. The Fox Football Feast begins Thanksgiving Day.
Just as the marquee suggests, the Colonial Theater in Belfast has officially reopened after 14th closure. As moviegoers lined up under Hawthorne the Elephant, people were reminded of how important this theater is to the Belfast community. The Hawthorne Theater and Arts Collaborative now owns and operates the theater. The organization says their objective is to offer more than a traditional theater, to include live music, performances, and so much more.
We're open to a lot of different possibilities, and we're exploring them right now. And part of our mission over the next few weeks and months is talking to the community, finding out what folks are interested in, and trying to make that kind of thing happen.
Tomorrow, the theater will host a 2 o'clock ribbon cutting ceremony, followed by a free open house. For more information and everything I have to offer, you can visit .com.
News for Bay Area residents and Big News owned department store chain. The Main Adventure is expanding with the opening of a new Rennie's location here in Bangor. The former Christmas tree shop at 46 Springer Drive will become the 18th location in the state for the store that boasts selling many Maine-made items, along with some top brand names as well. They hope to be open for business in the spring of 2024.
A very exciting announcement. And as one Maine chain broadens its reach within the state, a popular national one makes its Maine debut. You can now shop at Maine's first ever Costco. The store opened up this morning in Scarborough, with Mainers showing up bright and early. Johnny Maffey was there to check it out.
Where are you guys from, and how far did you travel to get here?
We're from Sydney, and it took us about an hour to get here this morning.
So what time's that alarm going off this morning?
About 3 a.m. this morning.
Pretty early.
Yep.
These aren't just shoppers. These are super fans.
And what's the excitement? What's the hype? Why did you want to get here so early?
Well, the Costco hot dog mainly. The $1.50 hot dog and a drink. Can't beat it.
So let's go back to the beginning here. You've been to how many warehouses and Costco's in how many states?
Something like 250 warehouses around the world, 47 states, including Maine, which just opened today.
They literally wrote a book about it. People were waiting out in their cars before 5 a.m. and the line was developing around 6.
So you guys live in Saco, and you used to go to New Hampshire Costco, but it's great having one close, you said.
This is 5 miles from where we live. I could walk it on a good day, but I won't.
The hype is real, and this all comes less than a week from Turkey Day.
It's always a challenge, but we've got a great regional fresh team who's come in and helped us out, and we're always going to be ready for the holidays. That's one of the things you can count on us for.
GM Brandon Hemingway and the Costco team let us in for an exclusive first look at the store, the newest addition to this transformation of what used to be the Scarborough Downs.
What are you getting when you go in today?
Probably everything. I have a nice list here. I'm definitely getting the fresh vegetable and fruit and frozen department.
Let's see the list.
It's you won't be able to see it. It's my handwriting.
There's also a gas station in the parking lot where a gallon of regular is currently 43 cents below the state average, according to AAA. The Scarborough Police Department wants to remind people to drive carefully, and the speed limit on Payne Road is 35 miles an hour.
What's one thing you guys might be looking forward to, specifically?
The huge pumpkin pies.
Oh yeah, the pumpkin pie. Can't beat that either.
It's all yours, Scarborough.
I would like some pumpkin pie.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, if anyone wants to make a Shopco trip or Costco trip for us, feel free.
Yes, we'd be quite grateful. Well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, President Biden met with Mexico's President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador to discuss issues close to home.
And Washington considers what should be done about TikTok after several videos go viral voicing support for Osama bin Laden. We'll have those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
You work hard for your money. It's time to put your money to work for you. Buy a commercial Ford vehicle before the end of the year and potentially save a bundle at tax time. Take advantage of this opportunity before December 31st and put one of these hard-working vehicles to work for you today. Consult your tax advisor, then visit your New England Ford dealers to learn more. Or go to buyfordnow.com/tax savings.
Feeling from a backed up gut? Miralax works naturally with the water in your body to help you go. Free your gut and your mood will follow. For 8 grams of fiber, try new Mirror Fiber Gummies.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, and I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I started a dog walking business. Oh! No, it's just for money! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Are you ready? When the forecast calls for nasty weather, all roads lead to down east. With Toyota's impressive lineup of 15 all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles, you're sure to find a model and payment that's right for you. Don't see it on our lot? Here's the latest update on models arriving soon. Pre-order yours now for the fastest delivery. When main roads get messy, all roads lead to Down East. Your four-wheel drive and all-wheel drive headquarters on Wilson Street in Brewer.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
Tired of your internet service constantly letting you down? Those other providers may promise the world with their flashy advertisements, but are you truly having a good customer experience? Fear not, because there's a new player in town. Introducing GoNet Speed. No more endless hold times or automated responses. We're here to listen, support, and provide you with the exceptional service you deserve. Our fast, reliable fiber internet, it's mind-blowing. Let us show you what true internet satisfaction feels like.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Fox News got access to an Israeli Navy vessel for a behind-the-scenes look at that part of the war with Hamas. This as Israeli troops continue to operate in the Gaza hospital complex they say was a Hamas staging area. In the north, IDF fighters took control of an Islamic Jihad stronghold. Fox's Alex Hogan has more from northern Israel.
Israeli ground forces comb through the Al-Shifa hospital searching for what they believe is a Hamas command center, more tunnels, and more information on the hostages.
We see the presence of Hamas in all the hospitals.
The IDF blew up a warehouse making new weapons and has taken control of the Gaza harbor. With its Navy patrolling the maritime border, Israel is also reinforcing operations on the ground.
We are ready. We are prepared for any scenario.
This is one of the Navy's missile ships currently being used in Gaza. It's here in Haifa just today to refuel, and then it will head back to the battle. In Gaza, ground forces are sending specific coordinates to the Navy so ships just like this can take out those targets. Almost 6 weeks into the war, the UN says nearly 800,000 civilians are living in its shelters.
Every second of every minute there's a massacre. What humanitarian ceasefires?
At the request of U.S. officials, Israel has agreed to allow 2 fuel trucks into Gaza each day, down from the roughly 33 trucks worth of fuel Gaza received every day before the war. Food and water are also more difficult to find.
In Gaza, people are surviving on just 1 meal a day, if they are lucky.
Back in Israel, loved ones gathered for the funeral of an Israeli soldier taken hostage. Her body was found this week. The family of the other hostage found dead Thursday says at least the painful turmoil of wondering is over.
There's a slight relief that we finally know what happened.
Now, a new body has been found, that of a 22-year-old man from Tanzania who was in Israel for an agricultural internship program. The Israeli government says he was one of the hostages. Tanzania's foreign minister says conversations are underway to bring his body home. In northern Israel, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
All eyes were on President Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping talking about trade and security this week. On Friday, President Biden met with Mexico's President Andrés Manuel López Obrador to discuss issues close to home. Fox's Madeline Rivera is in Washington with that story.
President Biden's bilateral meeting with Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador may have been one of his last at the Asian Pacific Economic Forum. But the issues they touched on were top of mind for both leaders.
We're working side by side to combat arms trafficking, to tackle organized crime, and to address the opioid epidemic, and including fentanyl.
It's an act of solidarity.
Earlier in the week, President Biden also secured an agreement with Chinese President Xi Jinping to curb fentanyl production. China and Mexico are the main sources for fentanyl and fentanyl-related substances coming into the United States. Besides preventing the flow of the drug, the president is also looking for Mexico's help in stemming the influx of migrants.
I want to thank you again. All the things that are of consequence to us, I couldn't have a better partner than you.
The relationship between the two presidents has been rocky at times, with Lopez Obrador even skipping a summit in Los Angeles last year. But Mexico's partnership is crucial as President Biden aims to make progress on matters that could threaten his re-election prospects. Earlier this month, the Democratic mayors of 5 major cities penned a letter to the president asking for more federal resources to manage the surge of migrants.
The cost of the asylum seeker humanitarian crises have skyrocketed.
Lopez Obrador has also said he wanted to use the meeting to encourage the U.S. to resume talks with Cuba and to consider ending sanctions on the island. In Washington, Matha Rivera, Fox News.
Efforts to strengthen U.S.-Chinese relations could also help tackle surging rates of opioid-related deaths here in the U.S. But while federal officials examine broad strategies to combat the ongoing fentanyl crisis, local communities across the country are applying their own approaches. Fox's Sean Langiel has the story.
Drug overdose deaths from powerful opioids like fentanyl still alarmingly high across the U.S. Federal and local governments alike are facing immense pressure to combat the crisis.
More people in the United States between the ages of 18 and 49 die from fentanyl than from guns, car accidents.
After lengthy talks this week between President Joe Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping, the two nations agreed to work together to combat the production of illegal fentanyl.
In 2019, you may remember, China took action to greatly reduce the amount of fentanyl shipped directly from China to the United States. But in the years since that time, the challenge has evolved from finished fentanyl to fentanyl chemical ingredients.
President Biden says China has promised to target companies creating chemicals used to make fentanyl. This comes as the CDC reports more than 100,000 people died from drug overdoses last year, the highest ever recorded.
It's going to save lives.
Meanwhile, communities in rural areas like Ohio's Hancock County are ramping up treatment options and resources to help people battle drug addiction and prevent fatal overdoses.
Our goal has been to try and ignite every part of our community to be part of the solution.
Officials have established recovery houses and needle exchange programs, bolstered its number of outreach workers, and created a community center that offers 12-step classes and more.
You plant the seed, but you may never see the tree grow. Just knowing that I helped plant that seed and it's a possibility that it will grow is enough for me.
The strategy appears to be working. So far this year, Hancock County has reported only 3 confirmed overdose deaths and 5 other suspected ones. Sean Langiel, Fox News.
Meanwhile, Washington is considering what should be done about TikTok after several videos went viral voicing support for Osama bin Laden. Fox's Hillary Vaughn has the latest on what the Biden administration and lawmakers say is being done.
I need you to stop what you're doing and go read A Letter to America.
After a number of TikTok videos went viral this week with users voicing support for ideas outlined in Osama bin Laden's decades-old Letter to America.
This letter, makes some good points.
The White House is denouncing the trend. A spokesperson for the Biden administration saying, quote, "There is never a justification for spreading the repugnant, evil, and anti-Semitic lies that the leader of al-Qaeda issued just after committing the worst terrorist attack in American history."
For someone on TikTok to somehow suggest that this is America's fault or that bin Laden, who killed thousands of innocent Americans, was right is absolutely disgusting.
On Capitol Hill, the movement reigniting criticism of TikTok as well as debate over what Congress can or should do to regulate the social media platform.
We ought to have a set of rules to deal with foreign technology and its potential ability to be abused in this country.
Already this year, President Biden signed a bipartisan law prohibiting the app on federal government phones, with many state governments following suit. Still, some want the U.S. to go a step further. Presidential candidate Nikki Haley calling for a national ban, as others call the app an espionage tool.
It tracks everything you do on your phone. It tracks everywhere you go, every text message you send, every email you write, and it's all that information, all of it's available to the Chinese Communist Party.
TikTok has also taken action, removing the hashtag Letter to America from its search functions. In Washington, Hillary Vaughn, Fox Business.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, the new CDC director has a message about RSV, COVID, and the flu as people start gathering for the holidays.
And in sports, Lawrence football is gearing up for states looking for their first title since 2006. We'll be right back.
I came here to help you, but now we're starting to lose control. What is that? Are you willing to change?
Kitchen Nightmares, all new Mondays at 8 on Fox. Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Come bowl a few games here at Bangor Brewer Bowling Lanes. We're one of the only Candlepin bowling alley centers in Maine, conveniently located in the heart of Brewer. You always have the opportunity to simply bowl for fun. However, you can also join a league. We have youth leagues, adult and senior leagues. Now don't forget, we also host birthday parties for under $100, and gift certificates are also available. Give us a call right away at 989-3798 to make reservations for your birthday party today. Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage, doing business the right way every day.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
My uncle was a commercial fisherman, so grew up going fishing with him. And I found this apprenticeship program that seemed to have a lot of room for growth. You get to learn more. I applied for that, landed at Ferta Farms. The owners are great, laid back, but we get our work done.
You'd have someone make a 2,000-hour commitment to you, and you, in turn, make that commitment to train them. With Matt's help, I think we could double the size of the farm. I don't know of any other way that we could provide it without the apprentice program, you know.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
A company is working to remove forever chemicals from drinking water in an effort to keep communities safe from potentially serious health risks. Fox's John Saucier has the story.
The EPA has been sounding the alarm on forever chemicals, or PFAS, in drinking water. These man-made compounds have been linked to serious potential health risks, including cancer. PFAS have been used to make firefighting foam, non-stick coatings, and carpets, and they can seep into water supplies. They don't break down easily, but the company StreamGo says it has a solution.
We have a tank where the water comes into, and we introduce very tiny bubbles into it. And as the bubbles rise up through the water, the PFAS attaches to the surface of the bubbles, rises to the top, and forms a foam. So we vacuum that foam off, and then that foam concentrates.
Buffalo, New York is just one of hundreds of communities trying to remove PFAS. The city sewer authority treats leachate containing high concentrations of the chemicals brought in from a massive landfill. Some activists have opposed Buffalo treating the waste, fearing it won't be able to remove potentially dangerous chemicals. The sewer authority says a cost-free pilot partnership with StreamGo has been a success so far.
We want to make sure that we're still doing our part as public health folks.
Removing PFAS comes with a high price tag, as communities will have to meet new EPA regulations. The Buffalo Sewer Authority blames the companies who produce PFAS in the first place.
We want to make sure that we continue to, ring the bell that the producers of these chemicals that have profited off these should be responsible.
Major companies, including DuPont and 3M, have faced lawsuits over their alleged roles in contaminating water with PFAS. In New York, John Saucier, Fox News.
The new CDC director has a message about RSV, COVID, and the flu as people are starting to gather for the holidays. Fox's Matt Finn has more from LA.
There's a lot we can do to protect ourselves going into the Thanksgiving holiday next week.
Millions of Americans are getting ready to gather with family members for the holidays, creating the perfect opportunity for germs to spread. And now the CDC is making a big new push for people to get updated vaccines for COVID, flu, and RSV. Right now, the numbers are not anywhere near where officials want them to be. Just 7% of Americans say they've gotten a COVID shot within the last month. RSV vaccines are on a similar trajectory, but officials say it's due to manufacturing and distribution issues, meaning a lot of people who want the shot simply aren't able to find it.
So now's a good time to get the updated vaccine. I know parents are frustrated. I'm frustrated by that. We've been working with the manufacturers.
Of the three viruses, RSV is causing the most concern at the moment. The number of new cases shot up from 2,000 per week to almost 7,000 in just the past month. And with vaccines in short supply, a growing number of cities and counties are re-implementing mitigation protocols, including Snohomish County, just north of Seattle, where masking in medical facilities will be once again mandatory.
It's for not just patient safety, but also healthcare worker safety and the stability of our healthcare system, because we're seeing a lot of folks still having to call out from illness.
The White House is calling this week a, quote, holiday vax week of action, urging the public to get updated shots before Thanksgiving. In Los Angeles, Matt Finn, Fox News.
The key to a better, healthier life is apparently other people. The World Health Organization is focusing on loneliness, which they say is a major health threat. In fact, health officials say being lonely is just as bad for your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. The WHO says 1 in 4 older adults suffers from social isolation. For adolescents, that number was between 5 and 15%. And that isolation increases the risk of an early death by 39%. Surface level interactions did not appear to help prevent people from premature death, but connecting with friends and family at least once a month was very beneficial, researchers said. The World Health Organization has since established an international commission on social connection to address the health impact of loneliness. The research results were published last week in the journal BMC Medicine.
Definitely an eye-opening comparison there.
Yeah, very, very eye-opening.
Yeah.
I think it's something we kind of got a taste of during the pandemic, where it was clear we were all suffering because of the social isolation.
Yeah.
It's interesting now to put sort of real science-based conversation behind it.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, well, our full forecast is coming up right when we come back.
Hope you had a wonderful day outside today with those warm temperatures, but get ready, much colder temperatures will be back in the forecast. When and how cold is it going to get? I'll have the answers coming up.
Fall in love with a brand new 23 Subaru Forester featuring symmetrical all-wheel drive. Buy with 3.9% financing or lease for $315 per month. It's your Subaru. Find it at Quirk, celebrating 50 years.
Are plumbing problems giving you a headache? Look no further than Sprague's Plumbing Solutions. With more than 10 years' experience, Sprague's Plumbing Solutions has the knowledge to assist with your plumbing issues. Whether it's a service, remodel, new build, or commercial, we've got you covered. For reliable, professional plumbing services, call Sprague's Plumbing Solutions today for a free estimate. 951-1637. We're here to make your plumbing problems disappear.
Choosing Miracle Ear was a great decision. Like when I decided to host family movie nights. Miracle Ear made it easy. I just booked an appointment, and a certified hearing care professional evaluated my hearing loss and helped me find the right device calibrated to my unique hearing needs. Now I enjoy every moment. The quiet ones and the loud ones.
Make a sound decision. Call now and book your free hearing evaluation.
Maine, the wait is over. DraftKings Sportsbook is officially live. That means betting legally on same-game parlays, spreads, money lines, props, and more. Anytime and anywhere across the state. So get hyped, Maine. Download the app today and get this exclusive offer now. Life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
a long way down.
He's back. Special Forces World's Toughest Test. Mondays at 9 on Fox.
Welcome back, my friends. Our main weather tonight is brought to you by Varney Ford. Varney Ford in Newport gives one full year maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come visit them and see their huge selection of cars and trucks, the nice car and truck people. All right, guys, what a nice and pleasant day outside today. Once again, enjoy it while it lasts, because it's going to get much colder. We had some mid-50s here in town earlier today. Bar Harbor, 54, 55 in Rockland. Look up north, though. Millinocket area, low 50s. Oh, boy, what's going on here? Greenville, our friends up there, not quite as warm, but still mid-40s is not too bad for this time of year. Our average high here in Bangor is around 45 degrees this time of year. Take a look at this. By tomorrow, another above-average day. Then we really cool off. 30s making a comeback. A slight rebound into the 40s by Wednesday. Bam, right back down into the 30s by Thursday. So enjoy these milder temperatures because they will not be here for long. As this cold front crosses the country, right about here on the back end is the cold air. Not enough cold air in the front. So that's why most of this is green, showing up as rain all over this, pretty much the northeast into Canada. Everyone's getting in on mainly a rain event. So get ready. The next few hours, the rain's going to start to come into our region slowly. And then by that morning commute tomorrow, things will be a little bit more ramped up, and we are looking at some rain showers all over the region. Pretty much lasting most of the day for tomorrow. Into those evening hours, things will start to clear up. Maybe, just maybe, a few snowflakes might mix in, but no accumulations. Of course, with the ground being wet above freezing and temperatures above freezing, nothing will be sticking around. So mainly rain event this time around, and then we start to clear up in the next couple of days. But before that, we're looking at maybe half an inch here in town. This is showing a quarter by Bar Harbor, but most of the state's pretty much going to be in that half an inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch kind of rainfall totals. Snowfall wise, of course, with the warmer temperatures, not much snowfall. You got to go north of Millinocket, Greenville area to start tapping into very, very light snowfall totals on the back end. So nothing to really worry about in our area. But the winds, though, they are something we got to worry about, especially if you're by the coast. Bar Harbor, 17-mile-an-hour wind speed. Rockland, 18-mile-an-hour sustained winds. That means wind gusts are much higher than that, anywhere around 35 miles per hour, even closer to 40 in some spots. But they will start to die down slowly. Then by tomorrow, they will start to ramp up once again. So another breezy day is in the forecast for tomorrow. Tonight, though, temperatures will be mild. Upper 40s outside, mostly cloudy skies early. And then we really get into those rain showers moving in pretty much after midnight for tonight. Then for tomorrow, morning high of around 50, and we're cooling back off into the 30s and 40s by the afternoon hours. Rain will be continuing with those breezy winds. Our extended forecast outlook does show 30s making a big return Monday into Tuesday. Beth?
All righty, Conrad, thanks so much.
Yeah, and sports is coming right up next. Stay with us.
I have moderate to severe Crohn's disease. Now there's Skyrizi.
Things are looking up. I've got symptom relief. Control of my Crohn's means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyrizi is the first IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. And the majority of people experienced long-lasting remission at 1 year.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Now's the time to ask your gastroenterologist how you can take control of your Crohn's with Skyrizi.
Control is everything to me.
Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
U.S. Cellular is built for Maine. It's a network for telling inside jokes from across the country. Built for streaming your favorite song 1 more time, 10 more times. Built for capturing the moments you'll never forget. U.S. Cellular is proud to have been awarded top performing network availability in Maine, with coverage across all counties. U.S. Cellular, a network built for us.
My father worked at the mill for over 30 years. He was exposed to a great community and excelled at his job, but he was also exposed to asbestos. The air quality in the mill was his biggest complaint. He had no idea how deadly some of the products and materials were. When he was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew to call Joe Bornstein's office to get my dad the help he needs just as he deserves.
Call today for there's never a fee unless you win.
It's season 10 of The Masked Singer. And there's so much in store. Don't miss it. All new Wednesdays on Fox.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's begin with the start of yet another top 10 series for Maine men's hockey. Ninth-ranked Black Bears opening up their two-game set down at BU tonight against the 8th Osman, Hockey East goalie of the week, going up against Matthew Caron, who was tested early, 15 seconds into the game. Maine's Harrison Scott behind the net gets it to Thomas Friel, and he scores to put the Black Bears up 1-0 just like that. But less than 2 minutes later, a power play for BU. Lane Houston to Macklin Celebrini. His one-timer is ripped into the net to tie things up. Second period, another BU power play. Quinn Houston to the doorstep. And Ryan Green taps it in. 2-1 Terriers off 2 power play goals. Couple minutes later, another power play. Tom Willander from the point puts that one past Osman, and it's 3-1 BU, all on power play goals. Black Bears fall here 3-2. Okay, now for some UMaine men's basketball. Black Bears yesterday taking home their first game at the First Coast Classic against Northwestern State. Looking for 2 in a row there today against Presbyterian. Let's start late first half. Maine up a couple. Jaden Clayton goes underneath, out to Kellen Tynes, and he drills the corner three. Tynes had 18 in the game. Early second, Peter Filippovity. He had the first 10 points in the game for Maine and adds to his total there with the spin cycle. Game high 19 for him. A few minutes later, Presbyterian cuts Maine's lead to just 4 off Marquise Bennett's corner three. But then, this is A.J. Lopez with the shot clock winding down, just hurling it up there and nailing it. 17 for him. Black Bears go on to win 80-66. Okay, now let's go to some high school football. Tomorrow morning, Lawrence has the chance to bring home a gold ball for the first time in almost 20 years in the Class B title game against Kennebunk. Tyler Cruz has that story.
The Lawrence Bulldogs are one win away from taking the Class B gold ball back to Fairfield.
We are very passionate about football, and it's been a while since we've had this happen for us, but it definitely would be a great feeling.
Lawrence is gearing up to take on Kennebunk on Saturday at Fitzpatrick Stadium with the chance to win their first state title game since 2006.
Getting back to this point, it's definitely a lot of the hard work we do and the coaching. It's great.
It feels great. I mean, we know this community is always right behind us. They support us, and we know we're playing for our whole community.
And when they look at the Rams, they see themselves staring right back. A strong run team with a great line on both sides of the ball.
But this is a different week. Definitely Kennebunk does a nice job running the football.
But that run game has been the Bulldogs' bread and butter all year.
The run game for us is kind of like how we describe, ourselves.
Really opening up for their friends.
It's a huge part of the team, and we have a really running back. Able to
give so much. Our line does a great job opening things up for our running backs. A lot of times we just catch teams sleeping and they're not expecting the pass, and then we give them a play action and we throw something over the top.
Lawrence lost game 1 on to Bangor before falling off 2 wins in a row and then clashing head-to-head with Leavitt. After falling to the Hornets, who may be one of the best teams in the state, the Bulldogs haven't looked back, starting a win streak the following Friday against in Mesonsky.
I think it kind of lit a fire under us, and we realized we had to put in the work, and we did. And we definitely made a huge turn and gotten a lot since that game.
And now that streak is still alive. And the Bulldogs have the chance to do something no Lawrence squad has done in nearly 20 years.
It would feel amazing. Yeah, I know some people on the team that won it that year, so
they're obviously hyping us up in the community, so it's great. It's a great feeling.
It would feel great. I mean, it'd be a huge accomplishment. It's not only just for me or the team, the whole town too, so I'm a lot.
The crew, CBS 20 Sports.
Thank you much for that. And finally, the Boston Bruins looking to avenge last Saturday's OT loss to Montreal as they host the Habs tomorrow night. Bruins currently at the Eastern Conference. Sadly, how terrible is that? But that stretch, they have scored 5 power play goals after 6 first 10. Head coach Jim Montgomery says at the end of the day, it comes down to those early season cobwebs being shaken off and everyone building natural chemistry.
Pav, Pasta, and Marchie are becoming interchangeable, which makes us unpredictable. So we've gotten obviously Charlie back, so there's more continuity within the power play, but mostly it's just them getting comfortable for us. We've been preaching we want to make more low plays, and I think they're getting more comfortable making low plays than just relying on the high plays.
Okay, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Celebrate Maine artisans, selling and shopping the very best Maine at Harvest Festival, Cross Insurance Center, Bangor, November 19th. By Potato Board, Maine Harvest.
There's never better time to get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. Plus America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in. Get away.
Lease an all-wheel drive for $229 or get 0% APR for 60 months plus 0 payments for 90 days. See your Bangor Hyundai
Renewal Black Friday event with unprecedented savings on custom-built Brooklyn windows for exclusive compartment windows. Won't warp or bow and never need painting, making them vastly superior to vinyl windows. They're custom-built in the USA, installed with precision and care, backed by the nation's best warranty, and now more affordable than ever. Call today. These massive Black Friday savings and special financing end soon. Don't miss out. Call and schedule your free design consultation today.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Here's this week's featured deal. Chase's restaurant opens 7 days a week for brunch and dinner. Chase's has something for everyone, but are famous for their deep-fried chicken cutlet and chicken marsala. Stop by soon. Chase's Restaurant and the Hideaway Lounge, just before the Herman Line, Route 2, Bangor. On sale Thursday at 9 a.m. A limited supply available. Half-off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. ABC 7 and Fox 22 live at the Anna Schreiner's Festival of Trees on November 16th. A beautiful live event sponsored locally by Morin Fuel. Our friendly, dependable drivers are looking forward to seeing you. T&B Equipment and Rental, your full-service Hyundai construction equipment dealer. And Old Town Redemption, offering a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 drawing.
The very best in Maine-made products, prepared and displayed just for you at the Maine Harvest Festival, Cross Insurance Center, Bangor, November 18th and 19th. Presented by the Maine Potato Board, MaineHarvestFestival.com.
Let's play Snake Oil.
Sniff out the scam product and win life-changing money.
This show's crazy.
All new Wednesdays after The Masked Singer on Fox.
Welcome back. It's almost Black Friday, and as holiday shoppers make those gift lists from STEM toys to games for the family, we have a look at gift ideas with the Toy Insider. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin.
Toy Insider has holiday gift ideas for the kids from its picks of hottest toys of the season.
The doll collection, which is topping the list this year for the Toy Insider. The Fresh Beats collection. Tell me about this one.
So this is one of my favorite doll collections. The Fresh Beats collection features dolls with custom blended skin tones and stylable, really cool hairstyles. Included some patent pending locks that the company created. The Dr. Lisa company is super known for their diverse dolls, and these are no exception. Plus, they have incredible high fashion.
One of the stars of the STEM toys this year, a gift for the young explorers.
I love the Space Rover Deluxe activity set because it introduces kids to coding concepts as early as 4 years old. Kids just build up the track, and then they can just simply press the buttons on top of our Space Rover to code the vehicle's way through the track to try to reach the flag avoid the obstacles.
There are gifts to inspire creative artists.
Doodler Flow 3D printing pen is amazing for the family. This is for older kids, 14 and up.
Furbies are making a comeback.
They have more than 600 interactions with kids. They'll tell jokes, sing songs, say phrases.
Super Mario Brothers has an update.
The Wonder Flowers have different power-ups in the game. It'll bring some surprise elements into the gameplay.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken. There's also inspiration from the movies.
Barbie is always super popular, but especially now with all of the toys inspired by the Barbie movie, including those collector ones like Weird Barbie, which is so fun. I think that Barbie is going to be super, super popular under those trees this year.
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Well, experts say if you plan on hitting the road this Thanksgiving, you should start getting ready now. That is according to AAA Northern New England. Traffic safety education specialist Tom Barron says they expect a record increase in travelers, and he says the key is preparation, meaning get your car ready.
We don't want people breaking down and being on the side of the road. That's pretty dangerous. So what we do want to see is people look at their cars this week and then the first of next week. Make sure the tires are good, your battery's good, your fluids are all good in your vehicle.
And with all the additional traffic on the road, Barron suggests planning your routes ahead of time and keeping an eye on the weather so you can allow extra travel time to get there if Mother Nature doesn't cooperate.
Finally tonight, another sign that winter is right around the corner. Sugarloaf Mountain is now open for the season. There are currently 2 chairlifts running and a total of 5 trails open for skiing and riding. The ski area plans to put its snowmaking machines to use as well in order to quickly open up more parts of the mountain.
Looking to fire up sometime tomorrow afternoon and start concentrating on, the middle section of the mountain. So, in hopes to get, I'd say, another handful of trails open by Thanksgiving.
Sugarloaf is also in the middle of its West Mountain expansion, which will feature 12 brand new trails, which are expected to be open in the latter half of this season. So some exciting stuff there for ski and snowboard enthusiasts.
I was going to say that's going to be some exciting news, both for folks who already know and love Sugarloaf and maybe people who haven't been there yet, but who are anxious to get out there.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been there. I kind of want to go check out that new expansion.
Indeed. All righty, well, that's going to do it for us, folks. Take care and good night.
Good night, everyone.